going on? HockeyMan233 coming to you live back here on the channel with another live stream. Hope y'all having a good day, bro. I'm very actually sorry, you guys. What's happened is it's over 90 degrees here over that right now, so it's like for real. So our power did go out for a little bit, guys, just for a sec. So next time it goes out, guys, I'm calling ComEd because that never happens. It's just a heat wave, guys. It's powerful for the electrical line, y'all. So we're gonna play this game like we can, bro. Green up, let's go. If I end the stream, you guys, completely, my stream just goes dead, and I go offline. Just wait for me, guys, because it's hot here, bro, and we don't know.
There. So only Babe, Griffey,
and another guy we're not gonna name.
No, Pujols. Right. So those three guys, those are the only guys who have a higher power versus righty than Trout. But it's not just that, right? He has the second highest speed of all the opponents at 90.
Guys, we just dropped 12 points, guys.
And
Come on, this what I don't like, guys, is Plainfield needs to cool off, guys. Where I'm from, Illinois,
this is your immortal Mike Trout.
they need to fucking cool off, bro, because this state is just hot. So green up, guys, let's go.
In the game, so come tomorrow, you're going to see the Mike Trout, Dennis Eckersley, and George Brett Immortals program right there with Babe and Stan Musial. They're going to be up there, and so they're all on the same program row. They're all together there. So like we said, you're going to get future stars. You do them all, you're going to get George Brett. Eckersley and Trout, though, we have not put out the content to get those. So why don't we look at the missions for these, and you'll see how we do this. So the first three missions give you 10%, 10%, and 20%. Those future stars, you're going to click into that one. And it's just to collect those program souvenirs that we just showed you at the end of every future star. So you do those, you collect those groups, boom, you got George Brett, you're at 40% of the program. And that's it. That's what your first step is. What you'll see next is kind of some mystery here of finest and postseason. So Luis, what are finest? Remind everyone, what was finest in 2017 and what will it be this year?
So finest is we take, just like we do flashbacks for previous years, finest are the flashbacks from 2018, from this current year. And they're the best players at every position, right? From 2018. And so they have a really cool look. We're excited to see the look that we came up for this year.
Yeah.
And so they're gonna be end game players.
We're targeting somewhere late October probably for that. That's still up in the air a little. We're gonna try to get those, but we're really trying to make sure we let the regular season end and we get all these dozen or 20 finest guys in there. So if you lean a little, come towards me. 60, so you can see 60% right here.
Yeah, right there.
So if you did 40% of future stars and then you do all the finest come mid-October, you got Eckersley and you got Trout. That's it. That's 100%. Now you don't have to do all of finest and you don't have to do all of future stars. You can also do a part of the postseason, which is also going to give you, come this way, go down to postseason, 60%. So you've got 60%, 60%, 40%. You got a lot of extra percentages, way above 100 to get Trout. A lot of different paths. Postseason programs are going to be about this year's postseason guys. Remember, maybe last year it was like George Springer was the face of that. That comes out around mid-November after the World Series ends. World Series ends around the end of October. Right. So, finals will probably come out first. That's our plan. Postseason will come out after that. So it depends what you want to get done first, how fast you want to get the stuff done. But you'll have a lot of different options, and hopefully everyone's got an immortal Dennis Eckersley, George Brett, and of course, Mike Trout. Immortal Mike Trout. Yep. So we'll have more details, of course, on how finest is going to work. What do you have to do to get those guys? And then, of course, the postseason guys.
How are we on the giveaway time?
1 minute to the giveaway.
1 minute to giveaway.
1 minute to the giveaway.
And that's for the bats and jersey, the autographed ones.
So you'll put up the slide for
let's
the
put up that
giveaway.
slide.
Right, and so there's the Ken Griffey Jr., Carlos Correa, Cody Bellinger bats, all MLB authenticated. Shout out to Charles. And a signed and authenticated Marcus Stroman jersey. And we're 20 seconds before we give the keyword. Remember, you have to be in the Twitch chat.
Yep.
To put the keyword in to be entered into the sweepstakes. It doesn't work if you are watching us on Facebook Live. And the keyword is !raffle. That is the keyword.
2 F's.
2 F's in raffle.
One word, !raffle.
!raffle is the
How many
keyword.
times do they have to put it in the chat?
Just once.
Just
You put
once.
it in
Just
twice, you
once.
get disqualified.
Yeah.
So you guys have 10 minutes to put that in. Then we'll run the app. We'll pick the winners, and you will get a private message from us on Twitch.
All right, so we talked about 3 Immortals. We got Brett, Egg, Trout.
Yep.
But that's not
That's not it.
that's not it.
not it.
That's not it. So
That's not it.
we're gonna talk about our schedule for the Immortals that are coming after those 3. So
Yeah, and I think so far what we've kind of touched on is the original launch Immortals involved a lot of playtime, exchanges. The ones we just showed you are going to require a lot less of the market and exchanges and more of just some play. But there's also some skill ones where we have 2 in the World Series for October and November. If you make it to World Series, you will get an Immortal. And so look at the schedule here. These are all Immortals that we're going to drop on you guys. So we got one coming October 1st, which is like less than 2 weeks away.
a hitter.
A hitter.
All you got to do is get the World Series and ranked season.
Exactly.
And you will get this Immortal. And it's a hitter.
Yeah. And events, just like we do with Stan Musial, where he collected his bobbleheads, we'll have something tied to events, not only for the postseason, but that's when it's going to start on October 4th, but postseason and beyond. So maybe if you missed some of the postseason events, you want to come back in November, December, it'll still help you get these 2 other Immortals,
You
which
get-
are a hitter and a pitcher.
So it won't be time limited.
Not
Is what we're
time.
trying to say.
Right, we had one last year that was timed just to the postseason.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that this year. We want to make sure everyone can get their hands on these Immortals, but it does require you to play online in events. And same with ranked seasons, that's online head-to-head.
And then ticket counter.
We got a ticket counter.
Ticket counter Immortal.
Yeah, and so what we can say about that is that he's going to be between 12 and 15K tickets. So save up.
12 and 15,000 tickets.
Yeah, and it's going to be a hitter. So
And there'll be a ticket counter on October 19th.
yes, that's right.
That's our plan. Yeah, of course, all of this is subject to change. And then, like we said, the ranked seasons for November, on November 1st, we'll announce who that Immortal pitcher is. And remember, the way ranked seasons work, you don't get that reward until the season ends. So that October 1st, we'll announce who it is. He'll actually be available on the 31st when we hand out the rewards. And something about ranked seasons, too, remember, guys, is normally that World Series reward and all the rewards in World Series are sellable. We did make a promise at the beginning of the year that we're going to keep that. You're not going to be able to purchase the best Immortals. So really, this is going to be an exclusive group of people that gets the World Series and has this Immortal. And since you can't sell it, we want to make sure we give you something. We're going to give you 25,000 stubs for making it to World Series in October and November.
That's a big jump from what we've done in the past.
It's a huge jump, and you're going to have an Immortal. So, whether you're adding to your bench or your rotation or your bullpen or just your everyday lineup, this is going to really help, and we're trying to make sure that you guys still have a lot of reasons to play and making sure that that's fun. And you're going to have to figure out what you want to do. You want to do World Series in October, you play some events, you want to go for these programs, make sure you get tickets, and we're going to kind of up the tickets all around the game too, whether it's missions, these upcoming timed programs, stuff like that, and events. We'll add more tickets. So that's a lot.
That's a
we
lot
got
of
coming.
Immortals.
And of course, we're gonna have other stuff too. I think we mentioned the finest are coming. The postseason flashbacks for this year will be coming. We're not done, like I said at the beginning.
So should we talk about this other card that's going to come out very, very soon?
Oh, you wanna?
Should we jump into
All
it?
right, yeah, we can
Should we
show.
jump into
I think
it?
we did tease one other thing. So as people are still putting in !raffle just once in the chat, we've got a few more minutes, I think, of that going on. But these are all really cool prizes that we're giving away: the bats, the jerseys, and we still have a player, a future star to
Still had a future star to talk about.
Yeah,
Yeah, so let's just recap, I guess.
yeah. Let's recap.
Right before
30 new future
this is a big
stars.
one. You want to see this.
30 new future stars, 6 programs to get those future stars.
Yep.
Free Ted Williams, also free 6 future stars in those 6 divisions that you start.
All play missions.
All play
No
missions.
exchanges.
3 new
like that.
Immortals coming tomorrow.
Yep.
Trout, Brett, Eckersley, and you get Brett for just completing all of the Future Star programs. Is that correct?
That's right. Three, so 3 coming out in that program, and then 5 after. And
I'll make the argument that this next guy is an end game player,
This might be the best.
but he's not an
pitcher.
immortal. He's not even an
Might
immortal.
be the best pitcher card.
But I kind of need this guy.
Might be the best pitcher card. Let's go on and
let's see it.
let's see it.
Shohei Ohtani,
There he is.
Future Star, 91 overall, highest overall, along with Acuna, Future Star. But all right, let's dig into why we're saying these things, right? Of course,
Let me
his
grab the controller real quick.
per nines are great, but he has a splitter as his primary pitch. It's one of the filthiest pitch in the majors. He throws 97. He's got a curveball at 73 miles an hour, so that. Big velo difference. But it doesn't end there, right? So, can we go over to the
Go to
game?
the game.
Those are his hitting stats.
What?
90-94 versus righties. So, if you've got this guy in your lineup, like, you're not going to hit him ninth, probably, you know? I mean,
He's essentially a DH.
yeah. You've got an extra slot in it.
Extra righty killer in your lineup.
Extra righty killer. So that's your Shohei Ohtani.
So he
Where
comes
does-
out.
yeah,
He
where
comes
does
out tomorrow.
How do you get him?
Yeah, how do you get
Right.
How do you get him?
He'll be in the new set of standard packs, so he'll be in the market.
Be on the market.
The new packs that come out tomorrow.
So he's the only Future Star that'll be in packs.
Right. For the new group we just saw. The other 30 will be in all the programs. Yep.
All right.
And that is that all of the content?
I think we're still finishing up the
What do
raffle.
you mean, is that all?
Still going on the raffle. Got 3.5 minutes.
3.5 more minutes.
That Ohtani card's nice.
It is. It's very
Your Angel
nice.
saying he's gonna be happy. I think he's the best. I think that might be the best pitching card in the game.
Right.
I mean, hey, those Immortals are pretty good.
I think this is gonna be.
You'd rather have the 90-94 versus righty hitting?
I think it. Well, we're gonna see.
If you're an Angels fan like Cougs is, you can get.
Oh, I
us
know
a
Coop's
ton.
gotta be happy.
You're gonna get the immortal Mike Trout. You're gonna go do your programs for the Future Stars.
Oh yeah,
It's a good day. It's a good day if you're a fan of a lot of these teams. Honestly, I was thinking about the Royals. You got George Brett. The Cubs, have some. They have a Future Star there, and who knows what happens. In the
Bro, why is my jumper so off, you guys?
Fans? Might be.
Like something else in store. Okay.
Yeah, there might be
I'm
something.
gonna throw that sprinkle that little tease.
Yeah.
Sprinkle the little
Red
tease.
Sox too. There was one thing we didn't mention about the Red Sox.
True.
We're talking. We said we're gonna give away the rookie Ted Williams to everyone. Tomorrow you can go redeem him. But there have been a lot of questions about. Look, Ted was one of the best players ever. Where is his immortal? Does it exist? Yes. Of course it exists.
Yeah, you saw it in pre-release, right?
Right. I think during our Diamond Dynasty
Yep.
stream back in Arizona,
In
we might have
Arizona.
shown off a program. Now plans change. Things have changed of where and how he'll be released. But on that schedule we all saw, he's in there somewhere.
He's in there somewhere. So he's coming.
Start
Yeah.
speculating.
He's
Where is
coming at some point.
I think in early October you'll have a very good idea of where he'll be coming and how you'll get him. Yeah. So as the postseason starts, now we got the wild card games. We'll have missions around. A lot of that's our plan. Kind of what happens to the wild card games, what happens to the division series, the championship series, World Series, all the events that we're going to have coming up in October will be focused. One at the end of the
One
postseason.
at the end of the postseason.
Yeah, which includes postseason performance. We'll give the nod to some of the heroes and the goats.
right when the playoffs, the postseason are beginning, it's going to be a lot of fun to be around the game.
All right, I think the raffle is done. Remember, you will get a message from us in the Twitch chat, not on Facebook Live. You had to put in the keyword in the Twitch chat, and we'll let you know if you won one of these awesome prizes. And that's it from us. Future Stars, new Immortals, new events.
We'll see you.
Tiny, this God picture card, which is in a pack, and lots more to come. Until next time, see you guys later.
Oh, they just whispered me.
Winter, when the migration moves to new lands.
Sweet monkey muskrat, that's high.
What?
I'm sorry, what was I? Winter.
I don't think anybody won, bro.
I'm convinced.
I'm with you. I don't think anybody wins that shit.
Oh, Pharaoh said, honestly, fuck STS. He donates 5 bits and he's like, I fucking hate STS. What's wrong, Pharaoh? Tell me. What's wrong, brother?
Maybe instead of donating 5 bits, you should donate bigger than 50 from your wager game, Pharaohs.
I didn't bring it up, dude. I'm done bringing it up.
I just don't like it. You know, I'm just not a fan of people who don't follow through with wagers. That's all.
Hey, man, when Red doesn't pay you up, I'm curious to see what's gonna happen.
I'm beating his ass.
You're like, I'm gonna fly to Indiana. I'm back and I wanted to enter the raffle. You're not gonna win that raffle, bro. All right, guys, what do you want to play? Do you want me to play MLB? I'll give it a shot.
Bergen, do you want to play Cardinals versus Cubs game?
Let's do it, dude. Let's fucking do it.
Nah, fuck you. I don't want to do it. I was kidding.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well,
you're a
guys,
bitch.
do we grind rank seasons here? What do you want me to do, chat? You tell me. You decide. There goes my follow from Alex. Damn. Why do you hate STS,
What'd he say?
Pharaohs? Tell me what's wrong with STS.
Wait, Pharaoh said he's not following me anymore?
Maybe. I don't know. That's you guys' stuff.
That's fine.
How much did they say the Immortal was going to go for on the ticket counter?
Wait, hold on. How can you be mad at me for calling you out for not paying somebody on a wager? How can you be mad at me for that? How is that my fault? Anyway, let's just ignore it.
Well, no, my question, though.
Wow, look at that hair, Chad. I got some horns.
The resub, he's got 1.1 months and he's got the silver badge. Thank you. So much, Lewis. Appreciate it.
Alright, Bergen, I will reconvene with you, sir, once we play some 2K.
Alright?
Sorry.
Yes, sir. We will reconvene, my friend.
Alright, man.
I'm just gonna mute here. Alright. So let's do this shit. Alright, chat. Hi. Let's throw on some music. Let's play some VR, and let's talk some shit. Let's throw some music on Chatty Chat. Do we want to play VR? Do we want to play head to head? Actually, I think I'm gonna play some online rated. I don't know what's up with my camera, man. I don't know why it's all like just my head. You look better with the hat on? care of this. Alright, chat, let's do it. Should we do online rated? Yeah, let's play some online. Yo, Mr. Garber, thank you for the follow, dude. Welcome to the Mr. Show, man. Hey. Let's play with the Cardinals.
You don't care.
Play with chat.
That's what I
Who
mean.
should we play with right now? What's some online rated? I think I'll take Cardinals. I'll pitch a Flaherty. So why couldn't this be released in June? I think the reason why they did it the way they did is because Blaze, what's up, man? How are you? Blaze, what's up, bro? So the finest cards that they're gonna drop are just like they were last year, just like they are almost every single year. But with that being said, it's really I don't know, man. That's crazy. I'm not disappointed. I'm not mad a little. Like, not at all. I think they did okay. The Ohtani card's fucking dope. And the fact that it's in packs is pretty fucking lit. I don't know.
Suppressor stock.
Fly drop. If you come up here, I can launch pad. Belton, do you?
What's good? 2K literally is changing the shooting every day. So I know some of y'all probably like, I was getting greens yesterday, but I ain't getting greens today. That's because 2K is literally changing. It's changing the shooting. To you, bro, you guys. And the make sure you hit that. What?
You never did things the traditional way. So why should school be any different?
Alaska's biggest city, troopers and Anchorage police team up to take down over a dozen street dealers.
Our main target today, our foreman says he can get whatever, heroin, pills, cocaine, that type of stuff.
I almost call it like guerrilla warfare. I mean, we're going out, we make a buy, we make the arrest, and then we're moving on to our next target.
Take down.
A standoff with a wanted felon heats up a summer night.
Anchorage for the canine! Speak to me now, or you may get bit!
A search and rescue leads troopers into the heart of bear country.
We've had a lot of bear reports in the area. I'll take this gun with me. I don't want to run into a brownie up there. This is why people call me insane.
And wildlife troopers hit Alaska's version of the Everglades in search of foul play.
You and I gotta have a chit-chat, man.
We have the house surrounded. We're not going away.
100 miles south of Anchorage. In the heart of some of Alaska's most rugged terrain, rivers sparkle in the late summer sun. World-class hunting lures sportsmen from all over. And hiking the wild peaks of the Kenai Mountains is a favorite pastime for all. But for the Alaska State Troopers, this time of year brings a massive amount of rescue operations.
A lot of people go up in the top of the mountain, they'll get stuck or fall, and they'll get injured. And being troopers, we're responsible for the search and rescues in the state.
Inexperienced hikers in Alaska's bear country are among the most vulnerable, and their calls for help are frequent.
We have an individual that was hiking up on Bear Mountain that apparently took a fall and injured himself. So we're going to go up and hike the trail up and see if we can help him down. That's kind of a treacherous terrain back there.
The hiker is stuck on Bear Mountain, an area home to both brown bears and black bears.
We've had a lot of bear reports in the area. We've seen a lot of brown bears and a lot of black bears. We actually had some trouble last night with a black bear, so we want to get them up there, especially them being injured, and get them down as quick as possible. All right.
Communications with dispatch reveals the situation may be more serious than expected.
All right, thank you. We'll let you know if we need an ambulance or something. Dispatch just called us and list. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to walk down by himself. We can't get a helicopter.
Baker is happy to have the worst behind him.
Yeah, that's a good gash. Lovely. Hey, you got the camera?
Got a cute butt, though. That's a plus.
It's slippery right here, guys.
The troopers help lead the pair back down the treacherous slopes.
Yeah, it's slippery, man. We good?
At the hospital. 6 hours.
Luckily, in this case, the hikers were a lot more prepared than most people we have to deal with. We didn't have to carry them. They walked down their own power. We just kind of helped them on the way down. So it worked out for the best.
Off the mountain and onto the busy streets of Anchorage. In Alaska's biggest city, fall is fast approaching. But for law enforcement, the summer is just heating up.
Stop. Put your hands behind your back. You too. Hands behind your back.
All right, go ahead, take a seat.
Today, the troopers partner with Anchorage police in a drug sting operation to take down dozens of active dealers. Anchorage PD Sergeant Daryl Reddick of the Special Assignment Unit heads up the operation.
We had done a stop on a person that was selling Oxycontin last week, and in the process of the investigation said that he could supply us with about 27 different people that he believed that we could make drug purchases from through him. So we arranged some assistance from the state troopers, the FBI, to come in and basically put an operation together and knocking off as many targets as we can.
All right, guys, let's shoot through this real quick.
The various agencies gather to get familiar with the day's many targets. The first bust focuses on a well-known heroin dealer.
Our main target today is going to be Mr. which a majority of you are familiar with. Our informant says he can get whatever. He's always holding heroin, pills, cocaine, that type of stuff. But the first team will deal with that. So we're going to just condense into 2 different teams.
The teams will make simultaneous buys around town, targeting the dealers.
Say that over the wire. Wait for me to say take down, take down, take down.
Sergeant Reddick and his team position themselves near the gas station where the other team sets up the heroin deal.
Hey guys, at the gas station, he says targets there filling up right now at the gas station.
Okay, our bad guys there. When they make the transaction, how far off are we going? With our car before we stop it.
The second we have separation out of sight, go ahead and take down your guys'.
I copy.
Just a few blocks away, a limo driver is dealing heroin to passengers of a white Dodge Neon.
Just stand by, I'll tell everybody what to execute, but right now, the two cars that want to be taken off, once we have product, will be the white Neon and the limousine.
Reddick's team will split in. Into two, one half to arrest the buyers, the other to take down the dealer.
That Dodge Neon is heading away out of the parking lot. Grant, if you can follow me on Brian, I saw a guy, he's chopping up his toes. He's parked along the cul-de-sac back there.
Reddick moves in to make his arrest.
Alright, I'm in the area and it's parked.
All the way down to the end on your left-hand side, you'll see him pulled over.
Yeah.
And the limo is now southbound on Lakewood.
Your hands! Up! Hands on the roof! Don't move! Driver, shut your car off! Slowly reach down and turn the ignition off! Slowly step out of the vehicle. Face away from me. Walk backwards to the sound of my voice.
Off gun. Transponder. Hands up, hands up. Come on out, face away from us. Face away.
Walking back. Hey, we've cleared it.
Yep.
Can you go ahead and face my vehicle for a second here? You got any needles or anything like that that's gonna poke me?
No, pocket knife.
Okay.
They apprehend and search all three suspects.
You don't know how the needle got there? Yeah, I think I did. Usually with my girlfriend. 2 days ago. So it's been in your sock for 2 days?
Because I know probably
They looked like maybe they were getting ready to shoot up. They came back here to park where they've got their kid on the ground. So that's typically they don't go very far. We've actually done where we've watched parking lots and walked up and just stood there and watched them inject.
The car is filled with used needles, and retrieving them is one of the more hazardous parts of the job.
There's a bunch of needles in the car.
Yeah, you got a full bag full of needles and stuff over here.
I can grab these things. Stab myself in the process. Yeah, it's loaded with something.
You get.
Winter, when the migration moves to new lands.
Sweet bumpy muskrat that's high.
What? I'm sorry, what was that?
Winter.
And events and ticket counter, which I know D-Boy's happy for.
half needle that has liquid, so it may be loaded, and it looks like maybe blood around the end of it.
Yeah, product. Give up.
After a tense moment, the felon redials the probation's officer.
So you're under the house.
Was letting him
On top of the door,
a gun on him, so that's why all the precautions here. The person who was giving us the info that this guy was at the residence is arriving on scene right now, so we're just moving up into a staging location, so we're close to the house so we can move in when we need to and get this guy if he's there.
they settle in and wait for the informant's signal that the suspect is home.
This is part of the adrenaline rush you like if you're a police officer. If you don't like this kind of stuff, you're probably in the wrong line of work. It's kind of like the hunt.
Suddenly, news comes in over the radio.
Okay, guys, she's in the living room. They won't let her go any further in the house. She's not here in this place. She thinks he's there. I say we just go. Let's go try it.
This hunt is on.
Yeah, it's this one right here, left-hand side.
Officers form a perimeter, expecting the felon to bolt.
Somebody's moving around in there. There's a whole lot of movement going around inside.
Anchorage Police, come to the door, please.
You heard a bunch of thumping.
After several loud crashes from inside the house,
Hi, we're here.
the suspect's girlfriend finally opens the door.
We know he's here. Where's he at? Okay, we had people follow him here, so we know he's here. But right now, I'm going to give you the warning that we know he's here, okay? And when we come in and find him here, we will arrest you for harboring a criminal if you want to do it that way, okay? Where's he at right now? How long ago? 5-10 minutes ago, left out the back?
We've had your entire house surrounded for at least 15 minutes. He didn't leave out the back.
I'm going to felony jail tonight if he's here in your line of view.
Just point at where he's at and we'll go from there, okay?
They know that he's inside the house.
Hey, step out here.
Step out. We know you're inside!
Step over there.
Come downstairs! Put your hands where I can see
He's in
them!
his closet. He's in the closet.
We know you're in the closet! Slowly open it, keeping your hands where I can see them!
The suspect is hiding in a closet less than 10 feet away. Officers have a barricaded felon on their hands, and he's probably armed.
We've got a dog out here. We'll bring the dog up. You're going to get bit and you're going to get injured. You need to step out of the closet now.
Anchorage for the canine. Speak to me now, or you may get bit. Come out slowly with your hands first. If I send the dog, you will get bit.
Come on, it's not worth getting bit, man.
It's time to give up. We have the house surrounded. We're not going away.
They confirm that the suspect is hiding in a closet